All right, another brew day. Today we were supposed to brew a Kona Big Wave clone, but I went to the homebrew shop yesterday and they didn't have anything that I needed for that clone recipe. They were actually like real limited on the stuff they had. Base malts only had Pilsner, Munich, and something else. So I just got the Ss Brewtech 7-gallon Chronicle Fermenter with the Glycol Chiller, and I figured, well, if I do this Pilsner, get some lager yeast, I can try lagering. Never done it before. I was supposed to do a starter, which I didn't do because they didn't have dry malt extract. They were gutted there. So I'm just kind of throwing this together. I didn't really have a recipe to go off of, but we're doing 10 pounds of Pilsner malt, and then we're gonna hop at 60 minutes with Challenger. I think I got, which I don't think that's a typical Pilsner or lager hop, but the alpha acids were similar to that Ss hops. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna mash at 150 for 60 minutes. Then we're gonna do a 60-minute boil. We're shooting for anywhere, it's gonna be like a light, easy drinking beer, probably like starting gravity of 1.04, 1.05. I'll be happy with that. Yeah, we're not doing any salt additions. This water is gonna be very soft water. So to keep it more acidic with all that Pilsner malt, we're probably gonna have to add a little bit of phosphoric acid to bring that pH down. And just hopefully I just don't overshoot it. Last time I did it with my sparge water, I added too much and it became a mess. So we'll just do a little bit at a time and we'll see how this brew day goes. Keep our fingers crossed. All right, so we're mashing with 5 gallons of water, just because I figured that was a nice round number, which is actually probably too much for 10 pounds, but 10 pounds of Pilsner malt. I think I'm gonna add like half of this and then stir it around and then add the other half. Try and get all those clumps out. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we're brewing inside today. We already planned to brew, and then the rain looks like it's about to come and hit hard, so I figured we would just do this inside, and hopefully my wife doesn't kill me if I stink up the house. I like the smell of it, but she doesn't like the smell of the hops, so that's why we always brew outside.
I'm gonna keep rolling?
Yeah.
Alright. You just edit around that.
I think there's gonna be enough water in here where it should be pretty loose. I don't think we'll have very many clumps in it. When I was like measuring like 1.5 to, or 1 1/4 to 1.5 quarts per pound of malt, it was like coming out to like 4 gallons. So I was like, screw it, we'll just do 5. And we just won't sparge with as much sparge water. I'm thinking we'll just try and get it around like 6 gallons. 6 gallons should be good, I think. Or transfer 6 gallons into the fermenter. Should be good. All right, we're about 10 minutes into the mash, so we're gonna pull a little sample out, test our pH, and then see where we're at. If we're between 5.4 and 5.6 on the pH, then we'll leave it alone. If we're too high, if we're above that 5.6, we'll add a little bit of that phosphoric acid, give it 10 minutes, and then pull another sample. I think it's light. Yeah, that's a better view. Just looks like dirty water. Alright, so we're gonna sparge. We have approximately like 2 gallons of sparge water. We're only gonna do 1 gallon of it, so our boil might actually be longer than a 60-minute boil. We got our pH with some phosphoric acid, 5.45. When we add a little bit of phosphoric acid, it really drops that reverse osmosis water down big time. So we added just a little bit of baking soda, but I think it's good. I think that sparge water is gonna be good at the 5.45 pH. We switch our hoses around, so we just have our spray valve up on top, and we're just gonna siphon our 2 gallons out into our basket to do a little bit of a sparge. So we'll kick that pump on. We'll see how this works. Hopefully it doesn't make a mess. I can feel it spraying out a little bit when I lift it up. So I don't know how close we're going to be to getting the edges, but at least be constant. It's better than the old method, how we used to just pour it over. So we'll let that do its thing, and then we'll get our wort up to a boil. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the new setup. I ordered the 1/5 horsepower Ss Brewtech Glycol Chiller, and then the 7-gallon Brewmaster Edition Chronical Fermenter. The difference with their Brewmaster Edition was basically just these valves. They have the butterfly valve instead of the ball valve. So those are real good, real durable, high quality. I did an unboxing video. It wasn't the greatest. The audio was kind of bad on it, but I might upload that sooner if you guys subscribe and you see it post up later. Go ahead and give that a check out. With the Glycol Chiller, the one they originally sent me out, it had a little bit of a leak from the glycol reservoir. Ss Brewtech was really cool. They actually sent me out a new one, and then they just told me to take the one that was leaking and just put that in the box of the new one that they sent me out. And they gave me a shipping label, everything. Didn't charge me anything. They sent it back, no restocking fee or anything. I mean, obviously it wasn't anything that I did. I think it might have been something that actually got damaged in shipping, so I don't even think it was their fault. But they were super accommodating, and it definitely, you know, makes me feel more secure shopping with them, because these things aren't cheap. I took the hoses and I got they have like an insulated sleeve that you could buy, but I also did some installation myself with some of this just like insulated tape. So I wrapped the hoses there, and then I used their sleeve to kind of keep it together. Also, when you get their neoprene sleeve, it comes with the quick connects. So that way, when you disconnect the fermenter, you know, I can take it over to my my brew system, fill it, keep my Glycol Chiller in place, and I don't have to, you know, wheel around the Glycol Chiller with the fermenter. And you definitely, once you get these hoses secured with these hose clamps, you definitely don't want to be unscrewing those and screwing it back on. You're just kind of, you know, risking damaging it or a potential leak in the future. So super helpful. What else can I go over? I bought a bunch of like little tri-clamp adapters and stuff like that. I bought a sight glass and that kind of stuff you can get on the Brewtech website. I got it on Amazon, a little bit cheaper. Everything's cheaper on Amazon, so did that. I took a video today of how I do my CIP clean in place of this, and I use my claw hammer supply pump and the quick connect hoses. I bought some additional quick connects to hook up to these tri-clamps. So check out that video too, depending on when you're watching this, it might already be uploaded. So right now I ran the star stand through this, I sealed it off. I have a cap actually on the top here. So this is completely sanitized, ready for us to put our chilled wort in. We'll get it down to our yeast pitching temperature with this lager yeast. We're gonna do it at 50 degrees. So we'll set it to 50 degrees, it'll get it there, we'll pitch our yeast, and then we'll go ahead and let it do its thing, and we'll try lagering for the first time. So keep our fingers, it comes out good. All right, so we just reached a boil. So I always had this Firm Cap S. It came with, when I originally started brewing, it came with like a kit that I got. This thing lasts forever. Just helps with like blow off in the fermentation. It helps with boil overs when you add your hops. This beer, I don't think we really need it. It says 2 drops per gallon. I'm just gonna add 1 drop per gallon, so we got 5 gallons. So we're just gonna add 5 drops. Usually it does really well breaking the surface tension with the boil overs, which is great. But I had the last beer that we did, I had a blowout on it, and look, I had a blow off tube, so it doesn't always work the best with that. All right, so as I said before, we're using Challenger hops, which I don't think that's I've never used Challenger before, but I'm pretty sure that's not a typical like lager or Pilsner hop style. But it had a similar alpha acid, and it says product of the United Kingdom. I don't know, maybe it's English bitters, I don't know. Smells like hops, you know, most of them pretty much smell the same. So we're just gonna go with 1 ounce of that at 60 minutes. I think that puts us in the range of like the mid 30s in the IBUs. We're looking at like a 60 to 90 minute boil. So we'll add this in, we'll let it do its thing. All right, so we just finished up our Pilsner brew day. We have it in the fermenter. We weren't able to film that. I don't think we were able to film that, right, John? We didn't film that. It required 2 of us to kind of hold it in there. But we have it hooked up to the Glycol Chiller. We're chilling down to 50 degrees before we pitch our yeast. We're just rehydrating our yeast because I wasn't able to make a yeast starter last night. It's my first time doing lagering, so we'll see if this was necessary even with a yeast starter. I know you want to pitch more yeast because of the lower temps. We did 2 packets of the Safe Ale Lager 34/7/70, I think it is. But anyway, so we're gonna do our pH reading right here. So let's see what we got. We're shooting for like 1.04, 1.05, which we never hit our pH. Our OGs, I mean. Oh man, we're actually good. It's looking like 1.042. So that's, it's on the low end of what we were looking for, but we're just looking for like a nice easy drinking Pilsner. Shooting for around like 4% ABV. So I'm gonna do some math and see if this finishes around 1.01, if we actually get that 4%. All right, so we're gonna pitch our yeast. We have it chilled down to 51.2 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty much at the 50. It's kind of bouncing around there. Glycol Chiller is set to 32 degrees with the glycol. Once I take this lid off, we've had it sealed this whole time. I'm gonna actually swap it with my my blow-off valve. So here I have my 2-liter flask. We didn't do a starter, as I mentioned before, but we just rehydrated it with some of the wort right before we did our boil, or as soon as we started the boil. So we cooled it down. We pitched our 2 packets of the Safe Ale Lager 34/70, I think. Just kind of been swirling around while this cools down to our fermenting temperature. So I'll try and do this real quick. I wish I could see, actually, you know what, I'm going to try and get a volume, see what our volume is in there, if I can real quick without keeping it open too long. We're at just under 4 gallons, so we're definitely low. With this, we'll probably be at 4 gallons. So this is going to be we screwed up. We screwed up big time, but that's alright. It'll just be a short keg. Alright, there we go. Here goes the 2 months of fermentation. Thanks for watching. Check out some of our other brew videos if you haven't already. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We're pumping these out like every month, I would say. Probably every month. Now that we have the new fermenter and the Glycol Chiller, we definitely anticipate doing more. So thanks for watching.